His characters and catchphrases are known and loved around the entire world. And now, he's back with a touching children's book about his early life. The icon, George Takei.
Yeah, Takei spent several years as a child living in internment camps with his family during World War II, an experience that he has never forgotten. And here to share more is the legend himself, George Takei.
Thank you very much for that introduction.
This is a beautiful book. Why did you think it was so important to tell it, and tell it in this way, in a picture book for children?
Well, ultimately, it all comes down to my appreciation and love for my parents, because they're the ones that made it possible for me to survive, and they gave us the values that made it possible for me to carry on through life. So this is a tribute. My lost freedom is a tribute to my parents and to the love they gave me.
And aside from good storytelling, the pictures you mentioned are extremely beautiful here. What was it like to work with illustrator Michelle Lee?
She is a gifted artist, as you can see from that cover. But my favorite is on the back side of the book.
Okay.
That there. We were incarcerated in the swamps of Arkansas. All 10 camps were in the most desolate and God-forbidden places. There were some in the blistering hot desert of Arizona. We happened to be in the swamps of Arkansas. And so you see the picture framed by the ominous, dark trees that grew out, loomed up from the black waters of the swamp. And then there's the barbed wire fence, and the other side is sunny and 2 kids. I was 5 years old, and my brother Henry was 4 years old. And there's our mother right by the barracks there with a little baby girl.
Right here.
She was our sister. But that's our story.
The love you have for your father is so very clear. You've said he was very involved in the community. He really loved democracy. How did that shape how you turned out, what you cared about?
Well, I remember seeing him. He was elected block manager at both camps that we were in, the one in the swamps, and later to a higher security camp called segregation camp for disloyals in that desolate. We were taken from the swamps of Arkansas to the dry lake bed of Northern California, right by the Oregon border, and at both camps, he was elected block manager. He was to deal with the unrest within the camp, as well as dealing with the camp administrators, whatever orders. He made speeches after meals in the mess hall, and took the problems that we had within the block to the, he was sort of like the congressman from within the barbed wire fences. And and he was elected that because he was fluent in both Japanese and English, and he was able to communicate with the immigrant generation as well as the American-born English-speaking generation. And he, you know, there's a lot of anguish and anger and desolation within the camp, and people were in their bubbles. He felt that we needed to build a sense of community rather than each one in their private anguish. And he was a baseball player in San Francisco growing up, and he played other Japanese American teams around San Francisco Bay, San Jose, Palo Alto, Oakland, Berkeley. And he thought maybe building a baseball diamond might bring the community together. And sure enough, it did.
We're so grateful for you for sharing your story, and I'm sure this book is going to resonate with so many people. George, good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
And how proud your parents
Thank you very much.
must have been.
Yes. And by the way, his book, My Lost Freedom, is available everywhere that books are sold.